Today is the day that all the Big Ten football coaches are going to be here. Now, my personal favorite of the Big Ten football coaches is Pat Fitzgerald.
I know it is.
Head football coach at my alma mater at Northwestern University. He's not getting here till after our show is over, but I wasn't going to let him show up in Bristol without at least saying hello.
Figured you wouldn't.
On Mike and Mike. So here he is on the Subway Fresh Take Hotline. I think I'm told he's still in the air. So this may be a long-distance call of a whole different sort. Pat Fitzgerald, the coach of Northwestern football, is with us on Mike and Mike. How are you, Coach?
I'm doing great, Greeny. Great to be on with you this morning.
Well, I wasn't going to let you come all the way to ESPN and do a car wash and do all these other shows and not do Mike and Mike. So it's a pleasure to have you, and we hope that your summer is going well and you'll have a good day here.
Well, we're excited to be in Bristol, have some fun at the car wash, and football season's upon us. Our guys report on Sunday, and Monday's our first practice.
Well, that's terrific. And I was just telling Golick that obviously you open up, Mike made mention that you open up with a long road trip. You open at Cal week 1, but then the game that I always have circled on my calendar is the showdown with Syracuse, which is week 2. It's our home opener. And as I told you last year when you won that game in a thriller, that's my Super Bowl. For all of us in the sports journalism business, Northwestern versus Syracuse basically is our Super Bowl.
Hey, Greeny, let's take it to another level this year. How about we cordially invite you to be our honorary captain and help the Cats come out of the tunnel to take on the Orange?
What?
Wait, what? Say that again.
How about we invite you to become our honorary captain, home opener, September 7th, Ryan Field, Mike Greenberg, honorary captain of his beloved Northwestern Wildcats. Are you up for the challenge?
Oh my gosh! What are you doing to your team, Coach? What are you doing to your guys?
Wait a minute. Well, first and foremost, of course, I would love to do it. I'm thrilled. Now, let me ask a couple of questions. I don't know exactly what goes with honorary captaincy. Do I get to call plays?
Oh, jeez.
Let's just talk about some things first and foremost. Let's not get too big here. But at the end of the day, you got an opportunity to make a huge difference in that game. I just want to make sure you feel like you can handle it.
Oh, I can handle it.
Can you handle that kind of responsibility? This is an AM radio now.
Oh, yeah.
This is a morning radio. This is Big Ten football. Taking on a conference champion in the Syracuse Orange in our home opener. So that's my biggest concern. Yeah, if you do a good job, you can call plays all you want, but I'm more concerned with you getting the team motivated to win.
Again, we're talking to Pat Fitzgerald, head coach at Northwestern, who has just extended an offer to Greeny to be the honorary captain for Northwestern's home opener against Syracuse. Coach, will you actually have Greeny talk to and try and motivate your players?
Well, I've heard him sometimes get after you a little bit, Golick, and I think he's done a pretty good job, but there's some things I can share with them leading up to the opportunity, and then at the end of the day, it's going to come down to whether or not in the moment he's able to rise to the occasion. I think he can, but before we let him address the guys, he's going to have to show us that he can get the job done.
Wow.
Oh, I'm ready to go.
Wow.
I have been coaching 10-year-olds playing basketball for the last couple of months here. My motivational skills with that are second to none. But seriously, we're going to have to sit down and talk. Do they call me captain? Well, for the weekend, will I be known as captain? Will people call me Captain Greenberg?
Oh, Captain, my captain. How does that sound?
Yeah, that sounds very good.
Very nice.
And Northwestern's one of the very few schools whose coaches would be able to quote that. Okay, so I'll put together a couple of listen, I'm honored and thank you. I'll put together a brief list of demands.
Don't ruin it. What are you doing? What a great offer by Coach. What are you doing?
It's a wonderful offer. I'd like to be referred to as captain if possible, unless coach is an option. And then the other is, I don't have to call all the plays, but if there is a big situation late in the game, and are we going for it on fourth down? Are we punting? Are we kicking a field goal? I'd like to think I will at least be consulted. I mean, if I'm going to be the captain.
I think regret is now seeping into Pat Fitzgerald's mind right now.
Coach, we'll talk about this when you land safely and we can have a more in-depth conversation. But all kidding aside, it is a great honor. Thank you very much. I was going to be there anyway, so I'm thrilled to do it, and I will do everything I can to lead us to a win in what, for me, is the biggest game of the year.
Well, it's the home opener, so obviously it's going to be a huge game. But, Greeny, we're excited to have you be aboard, and thanks for the opportunity this morning, guys. Go Cats.
All right, this is great. Coach, we'll see you in here later today. Again, you'll see Pat Fitzgerald all over the place. A great guy and a terrific coach.
What is he doing?
I'm going to be the captain of the team.
What is he doing?
Well, see, we have to talk about exactly what I can do now. What does the captain mean?
You know what? We're going to have an explanation.
I'm the leader.
I happened to be a captain one year at Notre Dame, so I can give you some advice on this.
But I'm a non-playing captain.
I know. So my advice, I really hope you're going to heed it. Because basically, you want to be seen and not heard.
No.
And I know you're not going to like that.
I want to be heard and seen.
Oh.
I've got a lot. I'm ready to go here. This is awesome. Okay, captain. I'm going to be the captain of the team.
For the first time in your life?
I know. I love the sound of this, and it's a big game, too. Okay, we're Mike and Mike. I'd love to talk about this more, but Roger Goodell is coming up next.